Does anyone have like a preparation before the game starts?
We drink APAC tears first.
If Syed wins, I will not vote Democrat. I'll switch over, and I'll vote for a candidate with character, whoever that might be.
I expect Haley to prevail, and I'm very anxious about the socialist aspect of what Abdul and his supporters represent. I'm a liberal, but I'm not a socialist.
Spent 11-1 in this primary race. Republicans now see that as more winnable. This is the candidate they wanted. They're going to throw a ton of money at this to try to flip this seat. So I think people who are looking at this, particularly some Democrats who I've talked to, who are hoping that he will moderate some of his positions. I think one of the key ones to point to that he is not going to, you just heard him talking about Israel. And I want to tell you really quickly, as I was getting on the plane this morning, a guy who is a big fan of MS Now said to me, I'm anxious to see who wins. And I said, oh, did you vote? And he said, yes, I voted for Haley Stevens. And I said, oh, why? And he said, well, because of Israel, and I don't like the position that Abdul al-Sayed has on Israel. And in fact, if he wins, I will be voting for Mike Rogers. And you could not get more far apart, right, from two candidates than Mike Rogers and even Haley Stevens. But it's going to be interesting to listen to that, because this has been a primary conversation within this campaign. A campaign, though, that they clearly are celebrating. They have won. But let's be clear, while this is a
And Jones, what are the stakes here for Democrats?
Look, this is the whole ball of wax.
Yes, at some point, if you take a look at what is happening in the Democrat Party, you want to argue. These people know exactly what they are doing. I watched Chuck Schumer a few hours ago. A question surfaced to him about what is currently going on. His response tells you everything you need to know. I'm going to take you through. I saw something today in Michigan and what is currently going on in other states.
Fox News alert, major cover-up inside of the DNC.
And I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to be supporting Abdul and his campaign and all of our other brothers here who are running and changing the American political scene for the people, finally, you know?
I think you're still an Avenger, right? Is that like a thing for life? I don't know if you do like, if you do re-up and contracts and all of that.
I'm surprised they keep bringing me back.
Does anyone have like a preparation before the game starts?
We drink APAC tears first.
There it is.
It also just makes me all riled up when you have so much $50 million or something trying to defeat a candidate. We have to show them that not only do we have the best candidate, but that their means of trying to interfere is not successful when the people rise up.
Exactly.
Give what they can.
Exactly. Crystal, I'll throw it to you.
Yeah, I couldn't say it any better. I think that really, I don't want to overstate the stakes here, but it's all on the line this Tuesday, because if they're able to show that they can defeat these three incredible candidates just with a flood of money, then guess what? There are going to be a lot of other politicians who start putting their finger in the wind and running and hiding and going along to get along with the establishment, continuing to take all the corporate money. And we also have to show this is not just a New York City thing. This is not just a Denver, Colorado thing. This is not just a Philly.
Yes, these are the kind of videos that surface every time on my feed. Taking a look at what just happened in the Democrat Party, a lot of people are calling it out the way they should. I watched this guy in Michigan, how he actually won, and this is freaking out people to a level I've not seen in a long time. If you take a look at a tweet like this, coming from Van Jones, the communist takeover of the Democrat Party, the revolution is being televised and podcasted and streamed and elected tonight. Why is it that? It is because there is a credibility gap that opened up between the Democrat Party establishment and this insurgency.
Democratic-based voters want.
Okay, Van Jones, what are the stakes here for Democrats?
Look, this is the whole ball of wax. I'm from Jackson, Tennessee. There was a guy named Gil Scott Heron who had a great poem. It was called "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised." Gil Scott Heron is wrong. The revolution is being televised and podcast and streamed and elected tonight. Why is that? It's because there is a credibility gap that's opened up between the Democratic Party establishment and this insurgency. People are looking at people and they're saying, you've been telling us the same thing for a long time and our lives are not any better. We got Donald Trump twice. There's also an innovation gap. Why can you spend $60 million and get whooped like this? Because the old model was you get the donors to get the consultants to buy a bunch of ads and you win. That's how you get attention. This movement says, I don't need donors, ads, I don't need consultants. I'm going right to the people with TikTok and grassroots, and they've disintermediated the entire donor class, disintermediated the entire consultant class, and this is a revolution. And so this is going to happen again and again. The Democratic Party is now Blockbuster. These kids are Netflix. We are selling CDs out the trunk. This is Napster becoming Spotify, and it's happening tonight.
So, Scott.
And this whole demonization of AIPAC, AIPAC is made up of Jewish Americans. Mm-hmm. There are people who want to participate in politics. And so, yes, there are other issues.
Extremely difficult from my observations, because imagine you are campaigning with people who say, I don't need AIPAC. I don't need donors. We'll go straight to the people and do campaigns. TikTok is playing a greater role to these people. We saw the same thing Mamdani did. This is the same thing this guy did here. And how can you tackle a situation like this? You realize money doesn't actually even play a role any longer in this here. If care is not taken, I'm telling you the truth, it will be extremely difficult for people to even realize what they are supposed to do to combat this. Yeah. This is way bigger than the way people expected. Look at the gap. He won. This is not the first person. Within months, we have seen the rise of different people you don't even expect to bust out of this. Hassan spent all his time campaigning with this guy.
Primary going on. We got Hong, who is running, who is now, in my opinion, the clear favorite to win that Democratic nomination. She's a Democratic socialist.
Longer believe in the goal of defunding and ultimately abolishing the police that you posted about 5 years ago?
I believe that safety is a human right.
The two-party system is just going to be under tremendous stress here in the coming months. I can't sit here and tell you for certainty how this is going to turn out, but the one thing I can tell you for certain, Hassan Piker and James Carville are not going to be in the same political party. One of us is going to leave. It might even be me.
Yes. He's not the only one. There are a lot of people that are saying the same thing openly on social media. They are going to leave as a result of what they call, I don't even want to go deep into that.
Plan to vote for in November?
I'm a little bit confused on that right now. This is insanity. So now I'm thinking I have to vote Republican to stop this from going.
For you, you've also said that you're not a Democratic socialist.
Decisions, and I believe that as governor,
You disavow now?
no.
Listen.
Let's take in Michigan. Now, Al-Said is highly competent, but he's way left. I see challenges from the quote.
It's historic. And the separation of powers.
I want to appreciate people who constantly share out my videos. God bless you abundantly. There is something happening on this platform for weeks now. I don't get recommendations on my videos. Everything is down. And it discourages me sometimes to continue to put out videos. So I'm begging on you, please, keep up the videos, share out. I think that's the only way we can struggle to bring back the channel the way it used to perform. And that's all the short clips that end. That's for what I got. You can always skip.
Is cool. Of that UFC fight, because to me that does not celebrate America's 250th anniversary.
Monday night gave the president and his acolytes an opportunity where the gladiator's god was praised for his
80th birthday.
When you come for the rest.
6-1 underdog. How good does this feel? Never do this again.
Went under to jurors, but it was shown around the.
Oh, can you hear me? Yeah. So with all eyes on California, you can see exactly what's happening.
Goes on here in the Golden State.
In 39 days, we will know.
Fun of people.
And so this is my life.
You're talking about qualification.
Odysseus,
Telemachus, Penelope,
Antinous, Odysseus,
Athena,
Telemachus.
This clip of Elliot Page is going to be what tanks the Odyssey movie. It's supposed to be
One thing I feel really